Hell Survivors Paintball Playfield, the longest running paintball playfield in the world. We offer many unique outdoor playfields and the ultimate paintball and airsoft experience, including on-site camping and our very own Hell Survivor Tiki Bar. Hell Survivors features the best scenario and big games in the world, like the legendary monster game featuring thousands of players from around the globe. Hell Survivors also specializes in paintball and airsoft parties for kids. Money-saving packages make it easy, affordable, and fun. And while you're on site, check out the new Exotic Sports location. They will beat any advertised price on any paintball item from any paintball store. Just bring in your best deal and we will beat it. Get started at hellsurvivorspaintball.com and let's war game.
Wow.
What up?
Hello. I think we missed something maybe, but I don't know. I know nothing. Hey everybody, how you doing? I am Mad Frog. We got
I can play real quick. I just got distracted.
It's fine, Dill. We'll go into it in a minute. We got Preacher, they're at that square, and we got Shithouse that square, and we are members of Mad Frog Paintballs. Mad Frog Militia, exactly. We are a bunch of paintballers that have fun and do all kinds of other stupid, crazy stuff and enjoy our fucking lives. So, cheers.
And this is our first time doing a TikTok live.
What's up, everybody? Nice to see you guys all in the house. It's about to be a good time as we recap what happened at Bones and Ashes. I'm looking forward to that. That was an awesome game. So that took place in Fayetteville, North Carolina. So if you're tuning in from Fayetteville, what's up, everybody? That was a great time.
Yeah, we're going to try to do a little better of a show because, last Sunday, Shithouse and I kind of went over some things. And then this guy over here just sounded like a laughing hyenas or something. I don't know.
Dude, you guys sounded like chipmunks. It was so hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. It was so great. I have to go back, but
yeah, we'll have to check it back out. So, hey, needless to say, check us out on social media. We've got this freaking awesome TikTok going right now, which is great. We've also got, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Check out all our social media, and then check out madfrogpaintball.com or .net, whichever you choose. And that'll let you know a lot more about us, where we're at, what we're doing. There's an event link to all the paintball events that we're going to, because that's what we do a lot on this show is talk about paintball events.
And other nonsense.
I drink Mountain Dew and Jameson out of some very cool beer pong 32-ounce mugs that you can get if you come to an event that we're having a beer pong tournament at.
Yeah.
Check that out. Boom, boom,
the world famous Mad Frog Beer Pong Tournament. Next up at Living Legends.
Living Legends. Oh, and at Living Legends, our beer pong trophies are actually, darn it, I started on them. Wrestling belts.
Yes.
So they're a little kid size. They're not the huge, but it's definitely a kick-ass trophy for a kick-ass time. Because,
dude, I'll tell you what.
Nothing else. That's what we're doing is. We're having fun here, people. Boys and girls, kids of all ages, including this 50-year-old. We're enjoying ourselves,
Jimmy?
And that's what we're doing. So, Shithouse got to miss. Let's get into Bones and Ashes here a little bit. So, Bones and Ashes is a paintball event put on by CPX Sports.
Hey, Sarah, what's up?
The Living Legends creators, so to speak, there. No, they are the Living Legends, right? That's them.
Yeah.
And we had some fun there the past weekend. Shithouse wasn't able to make it with us, but Preacher and I were there. And we had some fun. It was definitely some fun. Like Preacher was saying, Fayetteville, go for it. Fayetteville, North Carolina.
So Fayetteville, North Carolina is where Bones and Ashes took place. We actually broke the record for most of the people attending this event this year with, I think it was 1,015. So, man, it was an awesome time. So, yeah, hey, Bricktop, man, things are great, dude. Heck yeah, I hope to see you at Living Legends. It's going to be awesome. But I'll tell you what, Bones and Ashes was for sure off the hook. The first day we got the crowd so hyped. This is right here off the break on day one, right?
This was great. I mean, I made the break, guys. I made it.
First insertion, Bill, right
first
there.
Insertion, man. As you can see, though, I did not have a paintball. Everybody else in that picture has got a paintball marker in their hands. All right. For those that don't know, we call them markers because guns sound scary.
No, that's
I'm gonna break a rule
They don't
here.
use an explosive.
I'm gonna break a rule here and say they are literally guns. They shoot paint projectiles, but we refer to them as markers because when we're wearing our paintball masks and all our safety gear, ain't much gonna happen to us except a little black and blue spot from a close hit from a paintball, and we love the hell out of it.
We call them markers because we're going to be marking up some fools. That's what it is.
That's it. We're marking everybody, and we're trying to talk to everybody. And,
it's funny. The original term marker actually came from paintball markers back in the day before they were used to shoot at people. They used to use cattle. Sorry. Yep. They'd mark cattle with them and mark trees. Mainly marking cattle because it was a more humane way to mark which cows were yours and which cows were someone else's instead of branding them. Then you didn't have to worry about infection and all that jazz and aftercare. It's like a good snap from a rubber band. So the cows didn't really mind as much. And then one day somebody was like, I could shoot these at my friends. And then that's how it kind of all started.
That's crazy. And hey, by the way, hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Hold on a second. That's my tank. He just knows how to fly it better than I do.
I'm the only pilot. All right.
You are so much more kind than I am on that tank. Dill, do we have any photos of the tank? Actually, here we are. We're starting to talk about our tanks. So when we play paintball, we're having somewhat of a scenario event. We don't typically do speedball with this group. Some of us do. But not as a major Mad Frog group. We don't really do speedball, but we play the crap out of scenario events. Scenario events to us are storyline events.
Took me a while to find it. I didn't have it.
Okay. If you guys check it out on Facebook, we've got pictures all over the place from Bones and Ashes. Zach Arbuckle has got some up on the CPX events page as well.
So if you want to check out any photos from the event that took place at Bones and Ashes, well, the event was Bones and Ashes. The place is Black Ops Paintball in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Check out CPX events on Facebook, and all the photographers have been posting all their pictures there. So we got some awesome pictures from Joker Media. We got some awesome pictures from Eagle Scout PB Photography. We got Zach Arbuckle. We got there's all kinds of photographers that have been posting pictures.
The people with cell phones all over the place.
Yeah, but check them out, give them a like.
Yeah, this Bones and Ashes game, we're talking about the scenario part of it. It was set up. My easiest way to describe this storyline. So we play these games on a storyline where you have to do different things to get different things and to gain points. Well, this one's it reminds me a lot of Aliens, the movie Aliens, where you have a corporate conglomerate coming to a planet to take its resources and claim them for their own. And then you have another corporate conglomerate, coming in and trying to take those same resources.
Or for those of you that like Avatar, it's like Avatar.
No, Aliens is just so much cooler. Avatar is one movie, and they're making so much hype about it and have a Disney World land and all that stuff. I still don't understand. Okay, anyway,
sweet.
I mean, bunch of blue people.
Anyways, the highest grossing movies at one point.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We'll go with Avatar.
There's like 6 more of them in the run. All right, we're getting away from it. We're getting away from this. Okay, and then you have the indigenous people of the planet trying to fight us off. They're known as the Char. This year, I have to say, I think we learned how to play the char and not get raped by them. In past games, is this the third or the fourth? What are we on? 5?
This was 4.
4. Okay. This event has been done 4 times. So this Bones and Ashes 4. But normally the char just devastates us because they've got ways that they've got tag up locations that are a lot closer to ours. So when they get shot out, they get to go right back in and have, so they're a force to reckon with. One of the things that we play with on these games are, what is up, sir?
Rob?
One of the things that we do with these games is we have tanks as well, motorized, and then walking tanks. So what I did a while back, I created what I call the chopper. It was a takeoff of some other things that were out there, but it's basically a backpack that you put on. Well, that Preacher puts on, and it's covered in netting. It's got a PVC frame around it, and
we got a picture of it.
I think Dill was trying to look for one. But he wears this, and then literally he's invincible while he's on the field because he's a tank. Unless he's shot, not invincible, unless he's shot with a rock. So he can get shot with paintballs all day. People like to shoot him in the ankles thinking he's going to give up. He's got extra padding in the ankles. It doesn't work, guys. Well, sometimes he does.
Preacher's got extra padding everywhere.
Let's just put it this way, man. The one guy said it good. I got shins of steel. It doesn't matter. I'm coming at you. I got a job to complete, and it's going to be completed. And that's the thing. When I get in the chopper or the tank, it comes down to it's game time, and it's time to do what needs to be done. Everything else is put aside. Oh, maybe it was 5.
Maybe it was 5. I don't know. They all melt together. What you got, Dill? What's happening, sir?
The tank photos, if anybody took any last weekend, is probably buried in one of the photographer's 30 albums.
Okay.
So if you want to spend the whole show looking for it, I can, but
no.
We want you to spend every living second. No. Thank you, Aaron, for what you do. If anybody's wondering, the voice in the background is Aaron Dill. That's Pickle. He is our social media coordinator. Guy. Yeah, the guy who takes the mess of video that we all throw at him and turns them into cool TikToks and stuff. So AD Media, you will see photos and different stuff from him at different events as well. So thank you, Aaron, for everything you do. So Preacher. Oh, yep, there you go. There's the new awesome Max jersey, not Max T, Maxed. For Aaron Dill Media. You'll see that out on the field, everybody. So smile, and he'll get a good picture of you. So the tank can only be taken out by a law rocket, which if you check out our TikTok, you will see me getting the law rocket set up and ready to go. They don't feel good when you take one to the side of the head. I am still a little tender from that day. That happened at Bones and Ashes, in the heat of the moment. Somebody still owes me a lens and some Motrin, but yeah, from pretty close, I took a rocket right to the temple, broke my lens. It was interesting. Safe though. I mean, it was a unique situation that happened, and it was still 100% under control. The mount to my lens broke, and it got a little loose, and I got the fuck off the field. Pardon my language. Oops.
Hey, I'm just gonna say, listen. Okay, first off, like that stuff was crazy when that happened. Like I'm sitting there, I'm like, yep. Here's the thing. So they're shooting these Nerf rockets at us and things like that. I got hit by one. Another one came in. It missed. I think they were you can only have 3 shots per person, right? And there was 2 of them behind this bunker. And so
I didn't know there was 2 of them behind the bunker, so I didn't care. I just was like, oh, okay, the one guy knows he's out. That's fine. We're good.
Right. So I'm sitting there trying to shoot them out while they're trying to shoot me, because once they hit me with the first one, I was disabled. I had to stop, but I can turn and I could still shoot. So I knew where they were at. I was trying to get them out before they could hit me with the second rocket, because at this point I'm only disabled for 5 minutes, right? And so I was trying to shoot them out. Well, they came down to each one only had one rocket each left. And so he took and he shot a photo shot one, and it hit the bottom of our tank. And that's what our tank looks like. And as we're running on the field with it, and it's, of course, as you see all the paint that's covered in it, because they shoot the tank like crazy, and so be it. But so they have, one rocket apiece. They take a shot, it hits me. So Bill's saying, "Hey, he's out, tank is out, tank is dead." And so just as we were getting ready to turn and start walking off the field, the dude pops up behind the bunker like, "Thoop!" And all that. I was like, "Bill, did you get hit in the face?" And I hear, "Oh!" And dude, it was gone. It was after that, I was like, "Oh, see you, Bill." He was off to the races. He is storming off the field.
But I was a little heated. I thought I needed to get myself out of that situation for one of two reasons. One, I didn't want to be that jackass on the field that started a fight. And two, I did have a lens situation that I recognized, and I wanted to get off the field safely and out of the way.
Oh yeah, so when you're looking through your paintball lens, that's normally what's the word I'm looking for? Tinted, and all of a sudden you see that bright sunshine. Yeah, that's time to get off the field. So, and that's exactly what he did, was get off the field, and so. But anyways, Bones and Ashes, it was a great event. Like he said, there's ultimately three sides. You got the red, the blue, and then the Char. The Char is like a neutral team who they're just like, get off my land, right? As we're trying to get their ore and everything else. So it's like I said, it started out with the red team on day one. We were all hyped at the insertion gate, ready to go. Like a roaring lion, man, ready to pounce on its prey. And that's exactly what we did. We came out of the gates, charged the field. I think, in all honesty, kudos to the red team, because we had the blue team pushed back into their spawn in 37 minutes. Hashtag 37 minutes, which is pretty amazing. It was, and so we had this awesome battle taking place where we took a portion of the field right off the rip. And then after that, it was just a battle going back and forth. But I'll tell you what, man, it was an amazing game, and it was interesting seeing how the blue team was going to react to what we were doing. We had two of our tanks, and they had two tanks, but the difference between their tanks and our tanks were a lot more mobile.
The single person, your feet. Well, okay, so we actually probably need to do this screen share again here. So as you can see in this photo, it's his feet. Okay, that's the maneuvering capability. Now that little tail hanging behind it, because of the rules of the game, the tank has to have wheels. So wheels is described as two wheels. They are 1-inch chair rollers. 1-inch chair rollers hanging from the back of the chopper, just so we pass the rules. Okay, very maneuverable. Very easy to get around. That backpack is strapped to him, and it's like him walking around in the woods.
Oh, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. During just Saturday alone, I walked 12.5 miles with that thing on, and then Sunday was another 9.5 miles with that thing on. So, but the thing is with that, I'm so much quicker and more mobile. So like when they're shooting rockets at me, I can dodge them in that thing too. So there was a couple of times, and this is what I really loved, and I'll get back to that in a minute. But the other side had two tanks, but they were bigger tanks with, I think the one had like 6 wheels on it, and the other one had 4 wheels or whatever, but they can fit like 6 or 7 people in there. But the problem is, just because your tank is bigger and you can fit 6 or 7 people in it, doesn't mean that it's going to operate effectively. Yes, that's more guns, but the problem is it's slower, takes longer to turn, and I guess during the game they were having a hard time clearing the bridges and getting across the bridges, whereas I'm getting people saying, you can't run in that. Like, hell, I can't. I was gone in that tank, you
made the other tank surrender. You were right up on it.
Yeah. So it's good stuff. So anyways, 2 rockets takes out a tank. The first rocket disables you for 5 minutes. The second rocket will take you out. So when you're disabled,
and the third rocket will knock your ass on the ground.
Well,
right, anyway.
That's knocking him on the ground. But
Sorry.
You can still turn, you can shoot, you can do all this cool things. So, but if you've ever played paintball before, when these rockets are coming at you, you can hear a big distinguishing difference between the sound between a paintball gun and those rockets being fired, because they make a big loud thump when they're launched. And so
for those who are unfamiliar with the rocket launchers that we use, basically what they are is a t-shirt cannon with a smaller barrel that shoots a small Nerf rocket, like the little ones that are like $2 or $3 from the store.
Check out our TikTok. There's an explanation in one of the videos. It'll show me setting it up and the Nerf rocket that we shoot with.
Yeah, but so it got to a point. At first, our game plan was, if we heard one or seen one, that our team would come up to kind of protect the tank or whatever and take them out. But the problem is as I'm trying to shoot out other people, I hear this thump, and I'm yelling for my team, get up here. We got a Havoc up here. We got rocket launchers up here. They're still falling back. So once I hear that thump, dude, it was so funny watching my man. Like, I'm trying to think of what his name was. But he was he was chasing me all weekend long, trying to shoot me out these rocket launchers. But once I heard it, I was like, forget that, and just went running up over the hill. Dude, I came up over the hill on him like this with my gun, and he was like, I'm out. Like, don't shoot. So there's quite a few times that I actually bunkered him or shot out the people that were with the rocket launchers. But I'll tell you what, it was a great game, and I definitely enjoyed the fact that they were trying to shoot us with these rockets. Yeah.
Show me a football that's $2 or $3.
Right. But oh man, it was a blast. So day 2 was a little. I think day 1.
Well, hold on a minute. Before we get into day 2, let's go in the progress. So right. that night after we played all day, we had the players party, and we got all kinds. It's great. So at these events, you get all kinds of stuff going on with the players party. We did our awesome beer pong tournament. Dun, dun, dun. And they also did, which Preacher and I handled pretty well without you, Chris. I have to float like my own boat. Yeah. To float my own boat. We handled it without the master taking care of it. But then they did this American Gladiator deal. We don't have a lot of footage of that right off the bat right away, but that was pretty cool. So that will be coming back for next year, and it will be boosted up a little bit more and be more American Gladiator-ish.
How many teams did you guys have for beer pong?
Originally, we had 14 teams signed up, and then we had
maybe
no,
8?
we had 10 teams. 10 teams after, because what ended up happening is if you weren't there on time, your spot got forfeited, right? And we just crossed you off the list. And so, hey, listen, thanks. I appreciate that, Carlos. Carlos said our tanks are cool AF. So
yeah, you need to for our beer pong, you need to sign up, show up, and play. And the first 4 teams got one of these. And then if you won, we had this is just a sloppy example, but we had metal printed plaques, awards to give away. There we go.
Yeah.
There is the Bones and Ashes Beer Pong Awards. Dun dun dun.
Hey, shout out real quick to my boy Brandon Snook, who he ended up making a chopper he made a semi. It was something similar to ours, kind of looked like a semi, and he ran it all weekend. And like honestly, before the game started, we got together, we talked. I kind of explained my personal rules for the tank because I have a set of rules that I follow, and anybody that's going to run a tank that looks like ours, I want them to be held accountable to the same standards that I would run it, because I don't want just some jerk out there running, acting like an idiot and giving us a bad name because it looks like ours. Yeah. And so, shout out to Brandon. He did an awesome job, man. He was out there killing it with me. And there was a lot of times that people were like, "That's Preacher," and he's like, "I'm not Preacher, damn it."
Yeah, you need to be respectful in our chopper in that situation, because it's a game changer. It can really be a game changer if used right. Rebuttal table.
People get pretty salty when they see those tanks coming, and they get shot out by them or they get surrendered by them. So that's why, like I said, I have my own personal set of rules that I talked to him about, and he followed them. He did great, man. So shout out again to my boy Brandon Snook. Awesome job on running that tank and having a great time and following, my personal rules per se.
Hey, everybody take a minute, check out madfrogpaintball.com. We got swag, we got events that we're coming to. It's the lynch. Everything is there. madfrogpaintball.com. We'll show you what we got going on, where we're going to be, what we're going to be doing, more or less. Check us out on all the social media stuff too. All right. And rebuttal table. George Hay put up a thing about rebuttal table. Chris, we had a table closest to the field. Every game played on that table had a rebuttal.
Yeah,
every game.
Never
seen it. And it had rebuttals, 2 rebuttals.
Nice.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that'll sometimes, you finish off a game and then it's time for a rebuttal, and then all of a sudden everybody is an all-star and is sinking cups up to right, and then it's just like, oh, come on,
Right.
That's how me and Cindy lost in Hawaiian Legends at the beer bar. We lost on a rebuttal. So
yeah,
dude. Hey, there you go. There's a link there. If you guys check this guy out, which obviously is Michael's brother. He's got a live stream of what was set up for the first Gladiator event. It'll definitely be getting better as time goes on. All right, so we need to.
So beer pong tournament was a hit, man. Everybody had a great time.
Players party was fun.
The guys that won were amazing. Shout out to everybody that played. It was a great time. Great event. In fact, we had a pro beer pong player out there coaching the team. It was kind of funny. I was like, dang, we got the coaches pit over here and everything. It was quite hilarious. But then, like Bill said, man, that Gladiator event, dude, that was pretty sweet. So, so the way the Gladiator event was set up was there was a couple of airball bunkers on the field. And what happened is you had to run to the first one. You grabbed a gun, which was a paintball gun. You got 1 shot to hit the target, and then you had 5 seconds to move to the next bunker. So then you moved to the next bunker where there was a rocket launcher, and you shot the rocket, and then you had to move to the next bunker. Next bunker was another paintball gun. You took 1 shot. You moved to the final bunker. Final bunker was a dodgeball that you had to throw and try to eliminate them. And I'll tell you what, man, Roger Weber, oh my gosh, that dude is insane with a rocket launcher. And then, dude, Roger was tagging people left and right. I was like, oh, snaps. He just smoked that dude with the rocket. And then another guy comes running, bam. I'm like, oh. And then Teddy Bear also jumped in there and was killing people. So it was a great thing that they added to this event. And as you guys can see, they were talking about dodgeball. So Friday. Yeah. Friday night before everything took place, it's just kind of it was like a red side versus blue side dodgeball event, and that was a blast, man. Again, shout out to Eagle Scout PB Photography for getting these awesome pictures for us, and Joker Media also was out there taking awesome pictures, so shout out to them. But it was a blast. We had kids out there playing with us. that's one thing when you come to a paintball event. It's not just, geared around a certain age group or whatever. You can be young, you can be in between, you can be old, you can be whatever, and still have a great time.
Basically like 3 generations right here. Me in my 30s, Preacher clearly, about to hit that 40 mark, and
watch it.
Clearly about to hit that 40 mark. Shoot. So
the only reason I stay young is because I'm running around trying to keep up with you fuckers.
Yeah, honestly, so when we play, I mean, I've played with people as young as I would say like 9 or 10, all the way up to I think late 60s, early 70s. It's a huge it's one of the few sports where a 60-year-old can play against a 10-year-old and they are basically on an even playing field.
Yeah.
And there's the different sizes, man. All different sizes too. You've got, heavier set people, you've got skinny people, you've got all you just got all the crazy people are all having fun.
It only takes one shot to put a person out. And that's what I tell everybody. It doesn't matter if you've been playing for 10 years or you just started playing today. It only takes one shot to put somebody out. But speaking of heavyweights, like you were saying, Bill, dude, down in Jurassic Friday night, in order to choose sides, they have a battle of heavyweights where all the big guys go out there and they just battle each other. It is so freaking sweet.
Leave it to Dizzy to come up with something like that.
Yeah, Desi's so funny. Yeah. So that'll be my next event. Will be Battlefield Orlando, down in Orlando, Florida. So check us out for that event. We'll have some cool stuff dropping for that. But let's get back to let's recap this real quick because this is actually kind of our second talk about it. So let's go over day 2 real quick because we got somebody we want to get to actually to talk about a couple of games, or at least the game he's got coming up here soon. So let's run through this real fast. So day 2, Bones and Ashes, started out kind of much the same. We went over, we started pushing. We had some pretty crazy battles, except for this time we're swapping sides of the field, right? Man, it was a blast. So what ended up happening, and it actually, blue team actually came back. It looked a little closer than what we had thought. Missions were getting completed by both teams. I think we were pretty much, there's a 3-story tower that's in the middle of the field, and we were pretty much battling over that 3-story tower all day. And then it came down to final battle. And final battle is where the blue team just absolutely got slaughtered. The red team came out. Let's just put it this way. All weekend long, if you were on the red side, all you heard was everybody yelling, "Red team, red team." I kind of thought I was at a Raiders game again. Like, it was just so freaking sweet. And, dude, we just kept that hype level all weekend long. So we came into final battle, and everybody's yelling, "Red or dead, red or dead."
So check out the TikTok because there's posts up there from our on TikTok, Facebook Live. As a matter of fact, I believe that we've got a Facebook Live going of the final battle on the what do they call that? It's not a mounds field. It's a cement block.
I don't know what it is, but it's something like unique. On a Tomb Raider, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's very unique. Very unique. So definitely
of the mounds and then the pipes.
Yeah, mounds and pipes.
Yeah, check out Black Ops Paintball in Fayetteville, North Carolina. They also have a Black Ops Paintball location, same owner, in Myrtle Beach, that Dreaded Legends is at. So they've got 2 cool fields. Fayetteville is enormous. Camping is great. The only problem with it being enormous is you're walking a little bit.
You're walking a lot. But
yeah.
But
it's a huge, awesome place.
Dude, sweet. They added so much stuff to this field this year. Like, dude, I was impressed. So just kind of finish things off. Red team absolutely kicked butt in final battle. I came away with the Sportsmanship Award. And this one right here is probably the coolest award. I walked away with just the Tip Award, which, dude.
Shithouse, how long did they sit there on the 3D printer with that thing?
Oh, dude, this thing was so sweet.
That one definitely that's probably at least a 20-hour print.
You're close. Minimum. It was a 19-hour print, he said. So you got that award for just doing something absolutely awesome. He said it originally, him and his crew. Let me see here real quick. I want to give a shout out to this guy because he did such an awesome job on this award here.
Is that the one who did? Is that the one who did the patches too?
Let's see. No, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Dang it. Here we go. Sean Capps. Sean Capps did an absolute amazing job on this. So him and his buddy started out doing this award at each event. They said it was just for somebody that does something absolutely crazy, funny, or whatever. And so the blue team commander came up, gave me this award, said, thanks for doing such an awesome job, dude. You were freaking killing it out there. And so, yeah, dude, such an awesome award. Definitely one of my favorites, and it made my weekend. I was like, oh, for real? Dude, this thing is sweet, man. So, yeah, thanks again, Sean. I appreciate it, man. Awesome job on it, and thanks for all that you do putting out these awards. And thanks to CPX for putting out these awesome Bones and Ashes awards. These things glow in the dark.
Do they really?
Yeah, for real. So, thanks again. All right. So, Bones and Ashes, awesome. Join them next year. CPX event.
Definitely another winning CPX event. Definitely.
Yeah.
Winning field.
They're all winning CPX events.
Winning field, definitely a good time. But so one of the next events we've got coming up is a Rick and Morty themed game. So this guy over here.
What's going on, Grimm?
Not much. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you fine, sir.
I'm using a headset I normally don't use, so
okay. I'm sure you've been fine because you're listening to us, and we just sound so awesome, and we're so informative, and we're like, no, we're just thanks for joining us, man. So
no problem.
Grimm is a producer. Well, you know what? Go for it, sir.
Okay.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Grimm. If you guys don't know me, I'm from Northwest Indiana. I've been producing games since 2013, but I've been involved in the sport since the year 2000. Reffing, working on guns, gun sales, a little bit of everything. I dabble with everything. So this is my first year back after a 2-year hiatus. Started the year off a little rough with a couple health issues, so I'm doing better now.
Very good.
Yeah. It's good to see you here and everything. Cause we don't have to get into all of that, but it was a little bit more than just a bug.
Yeah, just a little bit, What I started off with COVID at the second week of January, then I ended January with a mild heart attack. So yeah, just a little bit of more than a bug,
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're here, bud.
Anyways, anyways, we'll keep going with this. So I played a game. I don't think I've actually commanded a game that you've put on, but I was an XO. I think it was Fort Knox the first time, and all I remember is the D&D dice.
Oh yeah, that was the Walking Dead game.
Walking Dead game.
Yep.
Okay. Which these guys all brought. Everybody that played, we ended up with most valuable team from that. That award is actually hanging in the Bus Project,
nice.
MS Bus Project.
Nice.
So he puts on some really cool concept games where he has ideas that it can go any which way it can.
I like to keep them, just kind of crazy and have everybody have fun. I try to keep it not too serious because it's just paintball. I mean,
that's what we're, and honestly, that's what this is it's supposed to be an escape for us from the normal BS of everyday life. And we can go enjoy ourselves and have fun and we can do some crazy stuff on paintball fields. Like
people in the face.
Yeah. Like we can be Rick or Morty. So what's going on with this paintball barn, Attica?
Yeah, paintball barn. It's a smaller field. I love it because I'm so out of shape anymore. I can actually make it across the field without a problem. But it's an awesome little field to play at. And I started putting on games there a few years ago. I think 2018 was the first year I put on. I think I put a Destiny game on there. And then the year after was the Rick versus Morty. I don't know, man. It's one of those fields you got to play because it's fun. It's compact, but there's a lot of cool areas that they keep adding to it. So
with what I've got going on right now, with like literally we sold the house on the way to Bones and Ashes.
Oh man.
Oh, it's officially sold now.
It's the inspection's been done. It's marked as pending. I don't see anything stopping it from going through. So I spent the day emptying my garage, and if anyone knows me, yeah.
Oh.
But it's all usable stuff, guys.
Just because it's usable doesn't mean you need to save it.
Yeah. I think every hoarder says that.
Yeah, we do.
I want to do something with it sometime.
My house is clean, and you guys, come on, think about it. The stuff I get into, someday I will use it. But anyways, so I'm probably only going to, unfortunately, make it to this game for like one day, because
Rick versus Morty is only a one-day game this year.
Okay.
So it's just
there you go.
Saturday the 2nd of April. I think game on is at 10 o'clock. I can't remember. I think it's Eastern Standard Time. I got to double check on what time zone they're in, because with Indiana, they're separated in like 3 time zones. It seems like
there on the border.
It's odd. We used to do truck shows all the time. It was I do throw a ton of stuff away, Jimmy. Guess who's getting thrown away next? Anyway, when we used to do truck show stuff, we'd be driving through Indiana to events, and it's like this one town with this big clock tower, and it was like, oh, yeah, no, it's a totally different time than what we think it is.
Oh yeah, but
as long as you can afford Gary, Indiana.
Yeah, it's definitely a spot to avoid there.
Now, is this game a field paint only, or bring your own paint?
No, it is actually, they opened it up for a bring your own paint event.
Oh wow.
So they will have paint on sale. I think they carry the full Empire line. At least that's the last time I was down there. They had almost every Empire paint.
Nice.
So
buy a case from the field, everybody, and bring the rest of the stuff you got.
Exactly. So but I don't think they allow first strikes. Just a heads up. And this event, because the field is on the smaller side, we're not having law rockets. Because you can literally shoot the whole length of the field if you aim that, that get that right trajectory.
If you're a Roger Weber.
No, if you're definitely Roger Weber. So the sides, how are the sides set up? Are they the Rick and Morty side, or?
Yeah, it's basically your Rick versus Evil Morty. It's just loosely based on that. All the missions are set up so they're related off of we're working on the 2nd season of the show. So every mission set is something to do with an episode. Some missions are 3 missions for 1 episode. Some are just one mission per episode. And I run this game just a little bit differently. Everybody's played all my games in the past, over the past, 13 years. And I've always, it's always constant insertion if you can. But this one I'm doing a little, because the field's smaller, we're doing it more like almost like a Mission Master style. So we play for 45 minutes, we're off for 10 to 15 minutes, and then right back on the field. That's the one thing I don't like about Mission Masters is he has too long of a gap in between his mission sets. It's long enough for me to get my flag counts and then get whatever props back on the field and then get everybody right back out there. And it's constant insertion the whole time. So it's nonstop play. It's just head back to your flag station, tag up, come back in.
And then, so for people that don't understand when we're talking missions, so missions are tasks or things we have to find, objectives, stuff we have to accomplish, so to speak, to get points.
Correct. So yeah, I'm trying to keep it, like I said, lighthearted as possible. So, when you read the missions, if you're lucky enough to be on the missions, some of them are really, really goofy. Sometimes you're taking pictures of something really random, doing some weird dance out on the field, singing a song. I try to change it up because,
I think that game we had actually everybody skipped from the back of the field to the front of the field with the mission or the prop, and we got extra points. I think that was.
I love giving bonus points for craziness stuff like that.
All right, that sounds like my type of game. Let's do this.
And then like a lot of fields, they'll have set flag stations or slapsticks. This field, you actually, if anybody played my spam game at Sherwood, your flags, you actually carry your flag to the flag station and mount it.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so there's, a little bit more to do to the game, but after doing this, I'm trying to get away from rinse and repeat because it's so easy to do with so many games.
Well, and that's what I like about this whole theme that you got going on, right? Rick versus Morty. I've never heard of a paintball game, Rick versus Morty, until like this, and I was like, oh, dude, this could be sweet. Let's see how this goes. Like, so I'm curious, like how'd this concept come to you? Like, what got you going, man?
It's actually one of the field owners, because there's 4 field owners for Paintball Barn, and one of them messaged me. I was going to do a sequel to the Destiny game. And they're like, man, how would you feel about doing Rick and Morty? And I'm like, at that time, I'd only watched like 1 episode. So I'm like, all right, let me watch this show and I'll get back with you in a week, and I watched it and I like binge watched the first 3 seasons.
I'm not allowed to watch that in the house anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
if I put it on, if I'm allowed to put it on, that's all I'm going to put on. And I don't care if it's the same thing over and over and over again. I love that style of cartoons. I just, the raw, just they break some boundaries. They're not politically correct.
Bit. I mean,
it's crazy because back in the day, and I'm going to show Beavis and Butthead was so controversial, we had to ban it. But now you got Rick and Morty, and it's like everything's a go.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that post. Actually, if I would have turned the camera up last month, you would have seen Beavis and Butthead looking down at you. But I've got all the posters off the ceiling of the office now.
All right. So, anyways, they contacted you. You binge watched what you said 3 seasons?
Yeah, the first 3 seasons I just binge watched them all, and then I'm like, all right, I can do something with this, and that's just how it went into it. I don't know. It's definitely interesting. It was something different for me to try. Because I've done mostly everything I've done is been video game based. So you got the basic structure of what you're going to do, and then you just add to it.
Right.
This was different.
All right. Yeah. Now I'm a big prop guy. You got some cool props out there, or?
Yeah, this is not as heavy propped as I normally do. Like the Fallout.
He
game,
makes some
some
cool
props. Which if you guys
cool ass Fallout props. Cool ass Fallout props. I mean, I bet you we're still finding them at Fort Knox.
So you're still finding them at Fort Knox, and I'm sure you're still finding them at Hell Survivors because I gave all the Fallout props to Brandon.
So those are your Rad X bottles then.
I'm like, I've done I think 7 or 8 Fallout games, so it's like, all right, I need to move on to something different. So he's like, hey, I need Fallout stuff. I'm like, I got totes. So I handed him I think 3 totes, 2 or 3 full totes of just props.
Yeah, if you check out our YouTube channel, Mad Frog Militia's YouTube channel, you will see a Ridex commercial by none other than Preacher.
Nice.
Hey, listen, dude, I had such a blast with. So first off, hands down, awesome props, right?
Thank you.
For me, when I go to games, that's one of the things that I look for because I normally run missions and things like that, and I love the work that you guys put into props, like in making this game a reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, and some people come to the game, you can play the game for the game and just shooty ball, and shoot each other or whatever. Or you can actually submerge yourself into the game, which is what a lot of the producers like Grimm try to get you to do, be a character, be in that game, make that game a reality. And so all the hard work that this man puts into these props, like your Rad X containers were awesome. Like I said, I enjoyed them, so I had to shoot a commercial with it. I'm sitting there looking. I'm like, a radiation storm? Yes, I got Rad X. Like, let's go.
Nice. Nice.
And I think you did the ammo that was out on the field.
Yeah, the ammo bricks.
Also.
Yep.
Yeah, and then did you do the tapes, the blank tapes also or whatever?
Yeah, the hollow discs.
Yeah,
yep.
the hollow discs.
The hollow disc, Rad X, Mentats, Nuka-Cola Quantums, the ammo.
That's the best thing about it. Like you were saying, we get into this, and with the cool props, it's even better to get into it. And
I'm not talking cheap props either. Like, no, these is legit.
Like money is spent. Money is spent, and it's well worth it because it's appreciated.
Yeah. I wanted to keep one, but
this Rick and Morty game is just a little bit different. There's not quite as many props as I normally do, because I found when I was writing the missions, I actually just finished up all the missions last night. I found like every mission you're looking for something. I'm like, oh, come on, I can't have you guys looking for something every mission. I mean, it's just you got to do something else. So I took some stuff out. So a lot of the props are not there, but there's you get to build your own portal gun in the game. So
For real?
yeah.
All right.
Unfortunately, it's just for mission points, obviously, but there's all the pieces are out there. There's I think there's 7, enough to build 7 portal guns out on the field, or there will be. I wish I had some pictures to show you, but I didn't take any pictures of any of the props yet.
Everybody, hold on a second. Everybody, the pickle is in the house. What is up, Bill?
At least it's not a motorcycle.
Oh God. I was thinking that myself, and yeah, it's not a motorcycle. You know, one of the other producers that does a really good job with props is Chad from Red Feather Productions.
Oh yeah, I love Red Feather games. They're fun to play.
Putting together a motorcycle, a full-size motorcycle on the field for points is definitely, unless you need the handlebars, you can never find the handlebars. So, but anyways, yeah. So Rick and Morty is coming up. It's definitely sounds like it's going to be totally a fun game. I'm looking forward to this. It's like officially the first game where
I've never been to this field, so
technically I'm homeless.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. So my summer, my early spring, freezing my ass off, and my summer is going to be spent roaming the United States, checking out paintball events.
Oh, nice.
So definitely follow on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and all that fun stuff. I will be feeding content to Aaron Dill for posting on TikTok and all that stuff. Because damn, he's been doing a good job with it. We're close to 30,000 followers. 30K followers. Man,
killing it.
I just wish it related to money, because back in the day, it really did relate to money. Now we're just doing it to be a bunch of old guys that are hip.
I appreciate everybody that has liked, followed, and joined us.
Thank you.
Love you. That's for sure.
Thank you very much for joining us. Definitely.
If you guys get a chance to, again, where is this field at, and what is the game and everything, Grimm?
It is the field is at Paintball Barn. It's in Attica, Indiana, which is like 10 minutes from Lafayette, so Purdue area. And then it's April 2nd, if I didn't say that already, and it's Rick versus Morty.
Awesome.
Cool. And
awesome.
it's also it's a bring your own paint game. Dun,
yes,
dun, dun.
Bring your own paint. Yes, make sure you come. Remember, no first strikes this time, guys, but it's still bring your own paint, so you can have a lot of fun with that.
Cool. You've got another game coming up later on in the year too.
Yeah,
I mean, we can touch base on it later, but let's talk about that. What else you got?
I got Underworld coming up in October at Fort Knox Paintball. So that'll be my return at Fort Knox. That's where I got my start at producing games. So I'm returning there with that.
If I'm not mistaken, our very own Mad Frog Militia, Christy Weaver, is a CO. There you go.
Yep,
Blue
she
side,
is commanding. Yes. Yep, she's commanding the vampire side. And then we got Gumby from Rage and Paint is taking over the werewolf or Lycan side.
Nice. Oh, you know what? We didn't touch base on actually. Who's commanding Rick and Morty? What's going on with that?
All right. Now I got to remember off the top of my head because I don't have the notes with me.
Put him on the spot, Bill.
Yeah. It is. Let me see. Dan Donahue, I think, from Rage and Paint, is commanding the Morty side this year.
Okay.
And returning our commander for Rick is Paul Tanner from the Outdoorsman. He's returning.
Yep.
It's a funny story on that one. I had a different commander, and
Paul's a great guy.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy. I love working with him. I had a different commander for the original Rick and Morty game back in 2019, and she got hit in the head by a paintball that was. I mean, they clocked the guy. It was way over the limit, and it gave her a concussion, so she could not play. And we found a replacement, which was actually her XO, and then he got called into mandatory overtime the day before the game. So I'm like reaching out to everybody, and then Paul just gave me a call. It's like, hey, I'll do it, man. I'm in the car right now. I'm on my way down. I'm like, sweet. And he came down and took over the spot, and on the last minute didn't have a clue what was going on, and he killed it. It was awesome.
So this is actually a second.
Yes, this is, like I said, this is on season 2. So the first Rick and Morty was all based off of season 1. This one's all off of season 2. So, and then hopefully we can continue it. And if you notice, like, Rick and Morty doesn't come out every year. So I don't put the games on every year. kind of as the running gag. So it's like, we might see one next year. We might not. It just depends on.
That would be season 3, guys.
Yes, that would be season 3.
Now, do we already have a assigned side there for that one, Bill?
If you
check out
who it was.
If you check out madfrogpaintball.com in our /events, if you hit the events button, I'm sure it'll probably show you the color. If not, Aaron Dill from Aaron Dill Media just appreciated that I told you to go to the damn website and check it out. I do believe we do. Christy, how is Christy has been kind of become the guru, so to speak, of this. I don't know why, but she's the one that's been hitting us for like, oh, hey, there's this event they want us to play. Oh, there's this event they want us to play. So thank you, Christy.
Yeah.
I'm not.
What's up, Devin? How you doing, brother?
I'm not actually sure. Yeah. So, Devin, what is up, sir? It was awesome seeing you at Bones and Ashes as always. Our
tank run was amazing when we took out that other tank.
Yeah, I need to get down there. I have not been down there yet.
It's pretty sweet.
Look at Gabriel. Look at this. You got a virus. Baby, that wasn't from visiting the Mad Frog site. I told you to take the penicillin before you spent the night. You didn't. I love them big fluffy guys. Anyways, sorry. Whatever. Fun stuff. So once again, everybody, thank you for joining us and listening into our madness of discussions about. There you go. Gave you the penicillin. I told you should have taken it beforehand, man.
Preventative maintenance, man. Come on.
There you go. Come on. You're spending time with Mad Frog Militia. You better take your penicillin. Just saying. And it's, anyways. Thank you for joining us again and listening to our madness. We are here talking about paintball and all the stupid stuff we do when we're playing paintball. We have fun. We enjoy ourselves. That is what we are trying to do. I don't know. See, now you got the screen just on me and I feel all pressurized and damn, Dill. Anyways, thank you for joining us. But yes, we are here talking about paintball and all the goofy stuff we do on the way to paintball, at paintball. Paintball is more than just playing the game to me.
It's a family.
It's a family. It's getting out there. Okay. You have your favorite paintball field. Play there. Support them. But there are fields all over this country, all over this freaking planet. I mean, we've played in Maui. We've played in California. We've played everywhere almost. There's cool fields everywhere. And there's all kinds of cool stuff to do between home, what you call home. I'm going to be calling a bus home. Anyways, and and where the paintball event is at. There's all kinds of stuff to do. So check out this country. Enjoy yourselves. I'm almost out of drink, as you guys can tell.
And let's play some paintball.
Let's play some paintball. Anyway.
You guys ever see Rookie of the Year where he's locked in the cage? He's like, let's play some ball. Let's play some ball.
That was a long time ago.
Hey, speaking of paintball, I don't know if you guys I finally got around to cleaning my markers today after I haven't cleaned them since Tipman last year.
Hey, Chris.
Chris,
I'm emptying the garage. Do you know how many paintball markers I just found?
It's probably quite a few rattles out there.
And they're dirty as fuck.
Yeah. So I really got to cleaning them today. And I don't know if you guys remember me complaining at Tipman last year about I swore that there was little pieces of fabric in the bags of paint when we were at Tittman. And I said it a couple of times and everybody was like, where? And I like I couldn't locate him, but I'm like, I swear to God, I saw him as I was pouring
Chris,
stuff.
you know what? That's actually part of the shell.
Well,
it's actually part of the freaking shell. It's ridiculous.
So, Dill, if you could pop those pictures up, I got to clean my markers today, and you can see it right there. So that was.
But did it shoot good still?
That looks like fuzz from your chin.
For the most part.
Did it shoot good still?
For the most part.
Okay.
It wasn't as efficient as it had been before. But yeah, and there's another picture that it should. Yeah, you can see it just caked down there, and I was like, I knew. I called Cindy in the room. I'm like, look, I knew it. I told you there was fabric in the stuff. Nobody believed me at the time. Nobody saw it, but I found it.
I believe, from what I understand, I mean, I could totally be wrong. Somebody please correct me, because we would all like to know. But I believe that is a little piece of the shell that is left behind as it's flying out, and it just builds up because. That damn
there's like a stringy cotton material.
That's the shell, dude. And the Defender, holy crap. The first time I ever cleaned that Defender, I gave it to the GI guy because I didn't know. I wanted to watch. And I see nothing yet. No, it wouldn't. Of course, you're not used to those electronic markers. He's used to the mechanicals, we shoot so much paint through our markers, man. How many cases do you think we all go through together a year as a team? I mean, come on.
Oh my gosh, too many.
I'd be curious just to see what we need to keep account this year at Monster, how much we go through.
Yeah. As everybody, I'm sure, can tell, Baby is out in the backyard saying hi to someone, barking her butt off. I don't have Grimm. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you're used to seeing the show. I don't have the critters in here anymore. So
yeah, I noticed it's a little bear.
There's no crickets. There is no crickets. I found a very awesome home for the turtles. The guy was really geeked to see the soft shell turtle, and it made me feel really awesome at that point to know that somebody appreciated. I didn't think he was as big as he was. I thought he was this little
sucker got big.
I thought the snapper, dude, that I ended up. So the gator snapper that I gave Chris to put in the river, that sucker could survive anything. That bastard was huge. That he was good 10 pounds.
Oh, at least I had to use a shipping tote like you would see like a place like Meijer or CVS gets stock in, and that filled like 90% of that tote.
And that was my coffee table. So I had I had like 100 and some odd gallon tank in my living room. This was alligator snapping turtle that we got that was like this small walking across the road up north one year. And we kept him, and you could sit there watching a movie and he'd just snap right at.
Oh yeah, if your feet were anywhere near the edge of the tank. He would like, they look like a treat to him, and he'd snap and yell. And he scared me so many times, made me jump because you're not expecting
he'd hit that.
Bam!
He hit that glass so hard with that head. It was just bam. It was crazy. So that guy went away a while ago because he needed more room and he needed more food, and he deserved it. So the other guys found good homes for them, and then the gecko and the dragon were actually my daughters, and they are sitting at her residence right now and very comfortable. But my office is just, it's weird.
Yeah. Well, pretty soon you got the mobile office going, right?
Yeah, something like that. I'll be on a tablet or Facebook. I thought about putting the PC in the bus. I don't know how I'm going to make I will figure it out. I mean, I guess the last time we did this, 32 ounces of Mountain Dew and Jameson will get you a little bit. Anyways, yeah, the last time we did it, I did it on the phone, and Aaron was very happy with the outcome video wise. So maybe just make it easier and just do it that way.
Cool.
So we'll see how it goes. It's going to be an adventure. Other than that,
Anything
Grim,
else you want to? Yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
Grim, you got anything? Is you're our guest? You got anything else you want to touch base on that we haven't touched
No,
about?
we pretty much did a quick touch on everything.
Okay.
I definitely want to be back to do for the Underworld game, and maybe just whenever, and we can.
You're more than welcome to
Awesome.
come on, and you got something to talk about. You're more than welcome to come on.
Appreciate it.
Aaron?
Someone on TikTok wanted to know what's our home field.
Our home field. Oh, it was hard to say before between Paintball Explosion and House Survivors, but I have to say right now, House Survivors is our home field. And that we can touch base on that, like I was saying earlier. You can have your field that you like and you love to play, support them, do it. But get out there and check out other places.
Yeah, check out some awesome fields. Like one of my favorite, Fort Knox is amazing.
Fort Knox is freaking fun. Unbelievable.
Always fun.
Like Grimm had said, check out where's Rick and Morty going to be at?
Paintball Barn.
Paintball Barn. So that'll be my first time being at that field. Looking forward to that. Black Ops.
Black Ops is a cool one, man.
Fabulous field.
I still need to make it down there.
Avid Sports in Oklahoma. Awesome. I mean, there's so many places to play.
Blast Camp. Make sure you check that out in Indiana.
Check out Blast Camp.
Decommissioned awesome. Nike nuclear missile base, guys. You can go play paintball in a nuclear missile base.
Yeah. I mean, so there's really so many fields, guys. Make sure you guys, don't get stuck to one field like he was saying. Go check out all these fields because each one has something different that they have to offer. And not only are you going and experiencing something different at a different field, but you will realize that you have a new family also at a different field. Because when you travel to these different fields, you're going to see new people, meet new people. And I'm going to tell you right now, when you get into paintball, it becomes a whole new family. Like, you meet some amazing people like Grimm down here.
Recognize people.
Unfortunately, you meet some people like Shithouse over here. But no, I'm joking.
It's even
you got one in every group.
Yeah, we recognize each other. You start to recognize jerseys, faces, and stuff, and you get spotted everywhere. In the airport, walking through the airport, I've had people look over at me, kind of look at me, and do that, which is kind of like the universal sign for you play, and it's like, I've had people flash me that in the car. Actually, we were at Monster Jam the other day when they were in Detroit. I think it was not last weekend, maybe the weekend before.
Something like that, yeah.
And as I'm walking up the thing, I hear a guy go, "Oh, man, Frog Militia." And I look over and he looks at me. He's like, repping us. It was one of the Lone Wolf guys. So, we're everywhere. You just got to know where to look.
Right. Hey, I just saw a comment from Lisa in the comments. She was asking about Paintball Barn. What the camping's like. They do allow camping. I do recommend you reach out and message them to find out like how much space they got. It depends on what their numbers are. But like I said, they're running a 1-day game. They do allow camping because I've camped down there a few times. As for bathrooms, they have outhouses. There's no showers. There's no running water there. I mean, it's kind of, there's a barn and then there's the field behind everything. So,
hence Paintball Barn, right?
Yeah. Right. But yeah, so you're going to be stuck with outhouses. They don't have running water. At least the last time I was down there in 2019, they did not have running water going on. So there you go.
Hey, there you
That
go.
means we'll have to bring the bus.
There you go.
3 showers.
Yeah. There you go. Just put some gas in the generator and we got hot water.
Well, yeah, like George said, use the creek. There is a creek down the hill from the field. Because it's weird because the field, when you get to the tape line, just 4 or 5 feet past the tape line, it's like almost a sheer drop down to this creek. It's really interesting.
Shower.
I can't wait for you guys to see this field. It's awesome. I love this field. It's probably in my top 10 favorite fields that I've played at.
Sweet.
Cool.
All right.
Definitely looking forward to this and having some fun. Well, other than that, Mr. Shithouse, do you have anything else you would like to touch base on?
I got nothing else at the moment.
Okay.
Not that I can think of.
Well, make sure you guys definitely join us on social media. Check out what we got going on at madfrogpaintball.com. We will Man, baby is not liking something out there. We will definitely be having some more fun this year than we have in the past couple of years because of all the BS going on. So join us in saying F it and doing what we want to do and having a good life. Preacher, you got anything you want to add, sir?
Yeah.
Besides, wait a minute. Besides a really nice beard, I saw you thinking about those photos for a second there.
I couldn't grow one of those if I tried.
That's the only thing I can grow.
You can get him one of those Halloween beards, that just clips on, just so we can feel like the rest of us.
Right.
Yeah, you check out the social media. Actually, there's a picture where somebody said put my beard on John's face, and it doesn't look bad, man. I gotta say, you're not a ginger though.
No, not even. But anyways, no, like I said, thanks for joining us, guys. Appreciate having you all on here. What's up, Gabriel? I see you, bro. He's sitting there sending me messages like, pay attention to the show. I'm like, dude, I'm on the show. What are you talking about? But anyways, good stuff. I love you guys all. Thanks for interacting with us. Thanks for Grimm coming on the show, man. I look forward to this game. I can't wait for this game to go down. Dude, I want to build one of those guns, so we'll be looking forward to it, man. But again, thanks everybody. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. And we got all these. Lisa keeps that would be an improvement. Lisa keeps popping on all these things about team tags. So if you guys don't know about team tags, they are your team markings.
Duct tape is the devil.
Duct tape is the devil. They're your team marking resource. Check them out at the events, different events that they're at, and they'll hook you up. I don't have any.
Same here. All mine are out in the garage with all my gear because I actually had to steal my son's computer here tonight. So all my tags, I buy tags at every event. So I got tons of tags, but they're all out in my gear bag.
Yeah, they have totally customizable player tags as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna have to get a new one. Somebody shot mine off the helicopter over the weekend.
I know. So if
you see a tag out there at Bones or out there at Black Ops that says Preacher, yeah, that's mine.
I'm sending video back and forth to Aaron Dill Media to post on the social media stuff, and he's like, all of a sudden sends me a message back with a screen cap. He's like, "Where'd the flag go?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, it's gone." It just disappeared. Just disappeared. So everybody, thank you for joining us. Check out madfrogpaintball.com and get yourself some cool sunglasses. Check us out at events. We got a bunch of different swag for sale. Check out all our sponsors. Oh, wait a minute. There you go. LoneWolfPaintball.com.
I didn't even give a shout out to my sponsor.
There you go, Grimm.
My one and only sponsor is PB Sports out of Fort Wayne. They're actually an unofficial sponsor. It's just I've been doing business with Jay for years, so it's just it's what it is.
Stop by this week to pick up a damn camera one stuff.
Blurry bag.
Pick up a blurry bag.
But I got my new Planet Eclipse gear bag there this weekend. So
yeah, they have definitely turned around very well. They actually have their own NXL field this year.
Yes, that was awesome. I saw that.
Nice.
So congrats to you guys, to Joe and Tony. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Speaking of NXL, Dynasty won again, baby. Whoop, whoop.
Nice.
I was making fun of Noah. Noah was tracking it all day today. And I'm like, dude, I'm telling you right now, Dynasty for the win. He's like, no. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, don't mess with him.
I haven't kept track of pro paintball since 2003.
I love going to World Cup. I love going to that event. I mean, it's the bigger of all the events. But I love going to Florida. Well, it's because it's in Florida. It's November. That's why I like going there.
You're out of crap from up here.
Yeah. So it's an awesome event, especially this past year. The vendors were all back in full force. The layout that they had was even better than past layouts as far as I'm not talking field layout. I'm talking event layout, like as far as vendors and everything. So I'm looking forward to this next following World Cup out in Florida, and it's going to be a good year. Gabriel, you got an event you're commanding, sir. Now that you're not a clown and you are a 13th Legionnaires California chapter.
Listen, hit us up next week, bro.
Yeah. Let me know what you got going on. We'll get you on the show. I'm more than happy to have you on the show. Just make sure you take your penicillin.
Stop that crying.
Yeah.
All right. So where we at now? Signing out?
I think we're signing out and ready to go. And thanks for joining us. Grimm, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I definitely want to be back on the show, even if it's just to hang out and talk, what kind of mad shit we want to talk about.
Anytime.
Anytime. Right on.
Yeah, so there you go, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us and wasting your evening with us, because who would really want to listen to a bunch of guys talking stupid stuff?
You could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us. We appreciate that.
Definitely. So everybody on TikTok that's joining us, if you got questions, please post them up. Let us know what's going on, and we will try to answer your questions and bring you into this crazy ass world of paintball and adventure that we like. And all right.
Stay tuned for more silliness.
Yes.
I have to address this because this is my political view of the evening.
Oh no.
Thanks, Joe.
Better close out.
Look at Dill got rid of it. Dill got rid of it so fast. All right. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a good time. Check out our beer pong competition at our next events. MadFrogPaintball.com and Grimm Sports.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Get out there and
Take care.
play paintball.
Bye.
See ya.